Prosperity Wolff is here. Wolff Talk lesson 6. Let's get to it. Fear of other people's opinion. I'll tell you something. This will be insightful. This video will be the milestone for you you've reached after you've watched self-improvement, motivational videos about how to start taking action, about how to motivate yourself, how to instill discipline in your life, that you become unshakable, that other people's opinion and their approval, whether present or not, does not affect you. You become a different specimen. You become a paragon of masculinity. I've realized something. I always knew that. Today, as I was driving here on this mountaintop, indeed, I managed to put it into words, because sometimes, not sometimes, but a lot of times, about certain topics we have opinions and we have feelings, but they don't come clear and constructed in our minds so we can express them fully. I'll tell you what I've realized and constructed in my mind completely. Fear of other people's opinion is due to fear of looking stupid while you are trying. Because the person who does not try looks confident, looks composed. He looks to be doing the right thing because on the outside he doesn't fail. When he works a regular job, when he builds a steady, secure life, that seems reasonable. Society, most people will never tell him, quit your job. Do you know why? They will never tell him, pursue your dreams as a content creator. Learn a new skill. Bro, you can make 5,000 a month, you can make 10,000 a month. In short few years of dedicated effort every single day, you can become a millionaire. You can do it. You can build your personal brand. You can change other people's lives. You can leave a ripple in time, space on this universe. You can do it. But they don't tell him this. They don't give him this advice because they don't have achieved the same. And that's why they need to do it. I cannot tell someone to become a singer if I'm not a singer. Their inferiority in the field will prevent them from giving this genuine advice, because people will think they are stupid, and they are stupid if they give this advice, if they have not taken action. I don't care anymore. In fact, I do care. I'm not going to lie to you. I do care about posting videos, and I do care how people will perceive me. I've just learned, not even learned, I've taken a real decision. I looked in the mirror and said, I will ignore the way I feel. I will ignore my fear of other people's opinion, because they're not helping me. They are not adding value to my life. Only I add value to my life. Don't be scared to pursue your dreams, to say to the world, and first say and admit to yourself that you could do more, that you can live a better life, because you can live a better life. But you have to change. When you change, you will not all of a sudden become competent, and people will not all of a sudden give you authority. They'll just not. This is not how it works. You have to prove yourself. To prove yourself, you have to look stupid. You have to look awkward. You have to embarrass yourself. That's the harsh reality of life. You have to embarrass yourself for a long period of time before people see you and say, ah, this Prosperity Wolff guy, I knew him from high school. I knew this guy from university. I knew him from my social circle. He was in my hometown. I've also seen him in Plovdiv. This guy is different. I always knew that he would make it. No one says that to me now. Absolutely no one says that to me now. And that's fine. That's fine, I look stupid now. 10 months of dedicated effort, 104 videos uploaded on YouTube, 60 videos on TikTok, 50 posts on Instagram, on Twitter, now on its X, on Threads. I try every day. I post stories, lessons, motivational videos, astrophysical videos, explaining the difference between energy vibration, is that the law of attraction is not what people think it is initially. I try all of this, yet no results. I look a fool. I look like a complete fool to keep posting that, people will say. And that's fine, that's the price you have to pay. Because you have to. Otherwise, as I said, you look smart, you look diligent in your life choices. Are you diligent in your life choices? Am I a fool when I assess 2025, when I assess the world now and I see I can become someone if I post videos on TikTok. I can become someone if I post real value, real content, and share my life, share my unique experiences, teach people how to speak well in front of a camera. I can become someone. Am I crazy if I do that? I don't think so. I believe people who don't try, people who are people pleasers, they're literally nice guys. Why would you put yourself on a line, put your life on a line to please other people and not ever try? That's what you do, bro. You please other people for their mental approval. For their mental approval. How does that benefit your life? It doesn't. They don't even feel good. They just slightly less criticize you. Anyway, they criticize you all of the time. Are they your real friends? Most likely not, because real friends are people who push you to be better. In the masculine realm, will push each other to become physically, intellectually, financially stronger, more capable. That's what we do. That's what we are designed to do. You needed strong men in the past to survive. You had to secure a tribe. You needed friends you can trust in medieval times. Because if you couldn't trust your friends, he could betray you. And this betrayal could mean losing your family, losing your life. You're done. Instead of that, now in modern times, we are afraid. We're not afraid that they will betray us. They will leave us, take our food, and tell the enemy people like me exist. For 10 long months uploading videos, seeing no one applauds me. Continuing on brutal determination, motivation, constantly finding ways to instill motivation in my life. Not talking about my big goals to people all of the time, to hear from them if they think that's liable. If I could do it and I felt exactly the same way people feel, so can you. Nothing is stopping you. Absolutely nothing is stopping you. And I'll tell you something. If you have watched Vikings, the series Vikings, in the first season, I believe, there was some huge Viking, brutal, a grizzly Viking, who I liked. It was a nice character. There was a scene in which they had to choose someone to be sacrificed for the good, as their ritual. He chose himself to be sacrificed. He laid it on the table, there was a ceremony. They killed him there. I don't know, but for some reason, some months ago, out of the sudden, out of the blue, I recalled this seeing, and I thought, this person, this Viking, if in a moment just before they killed him, 5 seconds before they executed him, if other tribes or other Vikings, some enemy, attacked them at the ceremony, can you imagine with what furiosity he would fight? He would stand up, jump, and fight like a maniac. He would have unlocked a whole different level of strength, and he will have zero fear. Zero fear. He would be the bravest person on this planet. Now imagine, you are given that chance now to build yourself. You, after 50 years, 50 years will pass. In 50 years, imagine you are given a chance to come back to this exact moment and be a little bit brave. Would you not be a little bit more brave than you are now? Because all we have to do is see the world and see that most people are afraid to post a video. Most people are afraid to live in their own terms. All you have to do to beat them is to be a little bit braver than them. That's all about fear of other people's opinion. It's not real. It's all in your head, and you have to